Spiritual manipulation is the misuse of spiritual language, the misuse of spiritual authority, the misuse of spiritual insight, the misuse of spiritual gifts, the misuse of beliefs, intuition, prophecy, prayer, energy, or sacred teachings to control, to pressure, to shame, to confuse, to exploit, to silence, to dominate another person. This is what spiritual manipulation is. Okay? It's when someone uses spirituality to control people instead of helping them free, clear, or align or be responsible. Let me tell you something about spiritual manipulation. Spiritual manipulation may sound deep. It may sound holy. It may sound prophetic. It may sound like guidance. It may sound like correction. It may sound like love. Somebody say it may sound like love. But the thing is, we got to look at the fruit, ladies and gentlemen. We got to look at the fruit of the root. I know that rhyme may sound like bars, but it's true. The fruit of the root. It sound like don't it sound like cereal? The fruit of the root. It sounds like some type of cereal, right? But if the result of a person is fear, if the result of them, the result is the fruit, okay? Is the result, if the result is confusion, if the result is dependency, shame, pressure, control, isolation, or loss of self-trust, then I just want to let you know something unhealthy is going on. And it might be spiritual manipulation. Spiritual manipulation happens when someone uses what is sacred to gain power over another. You may say like greater, general. What you mean by sacred, right? They're going to use terms and words like spirit told me X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of spiritual scammers out there. There's a lot of spiritual scammers out there, right? They might say, the Most High said, your ancestors showed me. If your ancestors are showing someone else something, and your ancestors ain't showing you, it's a problem. How is your people showing somebody else something, but they ain't showing you something? They might say stuff like, you know what? You're being disobedient. You're blocking your blessing. You're not awakened enough. I heard somebody say that, like, you're not awakened enough if. I'm not even going to go deep into that. I'm going to just say this. No, I'm not even going to say nothing about that. They might say stuff like, you're operating from ego, try to gaslight you. It's like a spiritual gaslight. I'm going to talk about that too. You're under attack because you're disagreeing with me. You need to submit to me. You need to submit, ... You're just not ready to understand or understand or overstand. You're not ready. Your soul's not ready. The issue is not always the words themselves. Sometimes the words can be used sincerely. The issue is the motive, the method, and the fruit. A true spiritual guide helps people become more connected to truth. A manipulator makes people depend on them. A spiritual teacher strengthens discernment. A manipulator weakens discernment. A spiritual leader respects boundaries. A manipulator calls boundaries rebellion. A true spiritual word invites testing. A manipulative word demands blind obedience. This is just the one-on-one about spiritual manipulation. I'm going to do a part 2 on this later on. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you recognize any of this. Let me know if this sounds familiar, this resonate. You know what I mean? Let me know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Appreciate you.